What's up, guys? This is going to be the last video of the night, and I thought instead of going through the progression of a series of crappy Hot Wheels, I'd show you one of the more recent ones that I created, and I think you'll like it. The easy way to compensate for someone who can't paint that well, can't paint die-cast cars that well, is to do the seasoned look. And I actually got better with my painting skills. So I created a transport truck, and that's a popular topic with a lot of custom Hot Wheelers. I want to point out real quick that there was a time when Mattel just went out and bought every die-cast car company out there, from Corgi to Matchbox to a whole slew of other die-cast car companies. And one of the die-cast car companies they bought, like I mentioned, was Corgi. Corgi made a series of highly detailed fire trucks. Ford Pumper was one of them, Seagraves, all types of fire trucks, and you may recognize this truck. And the one thing I like about this is the wheels. And of the wheels that you can find, the ones that have the free roving, the free axle, which allows both wheels to roll independently, is really the best for custom Hot Wheels. A lot of the ones by Maisto or the M2 castings have a lot of detail, but it's crappy wheels. It's just the rubber doesn't sit properly. So anyways, the Ford Pumper fire truck was converted. I extended the wheelbase and basically turned this into a transport truck from the 40s. Back then, it's really just a matter of making it easy for the car to get up on the bed. There's another special vehicle that goes here. I'll get to that in a moment. But basically, this truck is just a Ford. I'm not sure the year. I want to say like a 41, maybe a 42. And I did a custom paint job, more than just make it matte black. I painted an undercoat of Ferrari red, and while it was still wet, I did an overlay of flat black, and the effect is pretty cool. You can see some of the red kind of shining through, but it just acts as a highlight to the black. The red tires are part of the original casting. I thought that was pretty cool. A couple things I'll point out. The tanks are cut out of a solid piece of aluminum tubing with some straps left over from some photo etched parts. It's on both sides. The interior, I did have a sheet of vinyl that I coated over the seats to give it a little bit more of a vinyl look. You can't really shine in there too much. But the casting did not have a windscreen, and so I custom fit a windscreen into there. And the bed is completely scratch built. There are pieces from a couple whole-scale die-cast cars. You guys can go into a model shop and get some of these discontinued whole-scale vehicles. For instance, the light bar and this the pulley is from one vehicle that I got on discount. So a couple cool things. This is from a cheap Roadmasters casting you can get at Toys R Us. It's basically a car transport. It'll carry like 9 cars, and I just chopped it up and made a custom midsection. The coolest part, and I'm going to try to show this to you, is that let's go this way. These individual ramps actually slide up in there, and we will try to slide these up. So it goes in and can be driven. So that's pretty cool. It's got a custom steering wheel from another car. And of course, this is going to be transporting a 32 Ford barn find. The early days of rat rod, and you just took a Model A frame or 32 Ford and basically just made it light and trimmed off a lot of pieces. I was given this car. This is a Road Champs early casting. It was a 32 Ford Model A, It was made about 1984. It is a super cool casting. You'll find this in yellow. I chopped the top. The seats I used were original, keeping that theme of the rat rod. So there's a little bit of dirt because I think it was found in a sandbox, so to speak. But basically trimmed up the... let me just show you the car, actually. It's pretty cool. This is a cool casting. I chopped the top. The windscreen, yellow as it may be, is the original windscreen. Of course, it was a convertible top. It was die cast. It wasn't an actual functioning convertible top. And so the yellowing is natural. These two headlight assemblies came from a Johnny Lightning's kit that you could get to make a series of T-buckets and custom cars. So I had those left over, and they fit perfectly. The wheels are from the Road Champ. They're wire wheeled, a lot of detail. It rolls, and I kept the bounce effect. It's got the sheet of tin for the torsion on the chassis. The rumble seat on this particular casting actually opened. The doors open. When I rebuilt it for what I wanted to do, I had to get rid of the functionality of the rumble seat, so that doesn't work. And of course the bend here in the rear bumper is how I found it, and I just thought it was kind of cool to leave it at that. Interior, the doors open. This was part of the original casting, and it's okay. It's actually, it allows me to show some more detail. I basically just put a small amount of glue so that I could show this detail, so don't be frightened. Couple things. The steering wheel and the dashboard are from an entirely different vehicle. A lot of detail, the mechanism for the handles, for the windscreen and such. Basically just built it out to hide some of the details of the post. The spring is there, so that's kind of hidden well. And but there's just a lot of cool detail in this casting. It's very well done, and I aged it, put some rust on it, and it went well. Here's the car from the side. I did put a new floor pan in front of the seats to kind of hide some of the details, and I'll take off this to show you the rear, the yellow casting. I put in new rear wheel panels here to kind of give it that 32 Ford look. And this is the seat. I did have to seat the wheels so they don't have as much spring back there, but very cool casting. And this vehicle actually, I'm just going to kind of assemble this real quick just to give it that look and feel. But it actually sits perfectly as though it was found in a barn. There. The wheels match. I just thought it was a cool car. I hope you guys enjoy this custom. This last one for the night. I'll go back to some of my older ones because I've done some pretty cool stuff with chops. And then after that, I'm going to just show you some of the quick jobs that I've done and go from there. But this is one of my favorite customs. This is one of my more recent customs. I told you I was getting better, and we'll go from there. You guys have a great night.